All right, good morning, everybody. Back here at the 1042 house renovation project. As you can maybe see behind me here, we've taken out the floors pretty much completely down to the joists in the old bathroom. A lot of joists are probably going to have to be replaced. Some of the joists that I originally thought were 4x10 were actually 2x10 with a 2x4 scabbed onto it. A couple interesting things that we found. The house, the room is shifted, to the south side a little bit. And originally, I think that was an afterthought. The reason why I say that is when we go look over there, the joists are actually just scabbed together. They're butt spliced rather than, lap joint with something underneath them. So it seems that they, wanted to, it would seem that when they built the house, they didn't have a long enough floor joist, so they just scabbed together. Originally, I thought that somebody had cut the joists, but the fact that they're all cut, as it were, in the same exact spot kind of makes me think twice about that. So let's go take a look at that real quick. All right, so if you look here, previously I had mentioned that the last person who remodeled this house cut the floor joist with a drill, and you can see that right there. See how there's a bunch of holes punched in it? Well, they just punched all those holes. Now it's missing all the way to over here. So that's right above where the original, not the original, but the toilet was. You can see the water out for the toilet is just right there. The other interesting thing is, so this is where the original floor joist ends. So if you look there, there's nothing next to it, and there's just a really rotted away piece of 2x6, and looks like a 2x6 stuck into the ground and nailed to the side to kind of hold it up. If you look here, there's a cut right in the middle of the joist. And that joist continues on over to the wall. So there's nothing there supporting it. Further in, under where the floor is still, there is a similar setup to this where it's just a 2x4 or 2x6 nailed to the side and in the ground, and that's where it draws the support from. If you look at the next one, in the same exact spot, you can see they just tied it together with a piece of 3/4 inch wood. And then further on down the line, we have another one, which is again, it's got that same cut, same spot. This one, the rest of the joist is pretty rotted out. This is right above where the bathtub used to be. I don't know what other plumbing was there before either. Again, as we move along, we've got this one. You can see it's got the cut, 2x4 scabbing it together. And again, right there, and then again, right there. So that floor joist is pretty rotted out. We'll probably be replacing that one as well. Also, if we look over here, this is where the crawl space access used to be. So you can see they just cut the floor joist and stuck a frame in there. We took that frame out yesterday. There was nothing supporting it other than 2 nails nailed into the ends of these 2 joists running from here to here. Nothing secured it to this joist or this one over here. So yeah, it was just sitting there, and the whole area was sloped in and sagged and everything. Obviously, again, there's another, you can kind of see this one's 2x4 with it nailed into the side. It's not underneath. It goes all the way down and it sits on the dirt down there. So looks like there's a board underneath it trying to hold it up, but it's not underneath it, so it just has all the nails and shear. And then on this side, similar story. You can see the top of the 2x4 nailed into the side right there, and the bottoms sitting right there. So yeah, looks like there were some scabbed together bits. There's a 2x8 probably scabbed onto the side of this one, on the other side, and some newer wood there, and a little bit of blocking. So whoever was the last people to do the remodel, they just added a bunch of stuff in, never took the old stuff out. Speaking of which, you can see right there, that is an older toilet plumbing fixture. We'll focus. And then next, in the next bay over, there's another one, old toilet or sink fixture. And then there's also a, you can see the red cap on there. That one is where the drain for the old sink that was here when we bought the place drained into. That had a vent tube that just went straight up the wall into the attic. It never popped out of the roof. This one, the original vent is right there, but as you can see, we have to cut it out because it just stuck out away from the wall. So that one goes up out of the ceiling, or out of the roof, rather. Yesterday, we re-ran the gas line so that it's inside what's going to be the stud wall. It just connects right over here. That goes all the way up to the furnace. So now that that's out of the way, it used to run straight in between these two water lines that were for the shower. So yeah, today we're going to try to take care of this mess. So this rat's nest, as you can see, was from all the wiring in the bedroom and the hallway. So originally there was a light in the bedroom, a light in the closet that had a switch at the entrance to the bedroom, and then a light here in the hallway. Dark. So what we're gonna do is try to get all this wiring up into the ceiling and make some of it functional so that we have some lights. We're going to move all of the equipment that is currently staged over here. This is where we keep all of our tools. Giant mess right now. So we're going to move all this stuff over into that space so that the rest of this floor can come out. Now, because we made the decision to mess with the floors and get rid of them, after we had already started to stud out the walls, there are going to be some walls that we need to take out that we already put up. And unfortunately, that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Mostly it's going to be this one right behind me. It sat on top of the original floorboards because the floor joists run parallel to it. But the original floor joist isn't all the way up against the wall. So there's about a probably 5 or 6 inch separation between the wall / foundation and the floor joist. So no matter what, it's not going to be sitting on top of a joist. We're going to thicken that up, obviously, to try to make it sit on something, kind of supportive. But right now, since it's just sitting on top of the floorboards, we're going to have to take it out to get the floorboards out and fix those joists. So we're going to do that. Then after all of the floorboards are out, we'll dig out the crawl space a little bit, do our plumbing, and probably set in some footers and some posts to support the floor. Right now, the original joists are all 2x10, and currently they're spanned about 15 feet to the butt splice, and then obviously not supported from the butt splice all the way the rest of the 6 or 7 feet to the wall. So Once we have that out, we'll put some footers in and a beam underneath that to support them on both ends, and then halfway in between the original span of 14 feet on the long side, which will basically run right down the middle of this room right about here. So yeah, so today fixing that electrical, and then getting all of our stuff moved, and we can start peeling up the floorboards again, or the subflooring, to start working on the structural stuff. Yeah. Let's get to it. All right, so we had a pretty long and productive day. As you can see, I got all the wires that were dangling down in this room out of there, and I rewired up a couple of the light bulbs, put one over the workbench, moved the workbench from the kitchen area over into this front bedroom. That way we can finish tearing up all of the flooring and everything. And then over on this side, we've got a little bit more wiring to take care of. We'll do that in the next couple days, but that side, since we're not using that room and there's a lot of walls and things like that that need to come out on that side, it's not that big of a deal for us. But this way we can use this room back behind me to stage everything, make our cuts for whatever wood, and have a place to do all of that, while we're working on fixing the floors over in the used to be kitchen. Is going to be bathroom, a couple bathrooms and a bedroom area. So hopefully we'll be able to get the floors up in the next couple days, really assess the situation on what needs to be done structurally to support those floor joists that are butted up together, and take a little bit of the bounce out of the floor. So yeah, all that coming soon. Oh, and if you like what you see, please leave a comment, smash that like button, and hit subscribe with the notification bell. It really helps me out a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks.